Just jumped on the Grey Line tour. Today I am a tourist. I'm gonna have fun and see New Zealand. Come on.
Town of Ngarawahia, and to the town with a crossover bridge will take us over this small portion of known as Tiranga Waiwai on the right. Now we come to the town itself of
Fred got friendly with the local people. They decided to take him fishing one morning. About 14 metres below us, you'll find the Waitangi River. That's where they all went fishing. But when Fred got down there, he got a huge surprise when he saw the entrance of the cave. Upon finding the entrance, or seeing the entrance of the cave, he decided that he would like to explore. So he got the permission from the local elders, and Fred and my great-great-grandfather made themselves a small raft. Putting it upon the river down there, they poled their way into the cave.
The tour is pretty cool. They don't allow you to take video cameras inside, but it was pretty intense. It was interesting. They said that years ago they used to actually do the tour here. You see the glowworms, and then you go up inside the cave and see the stalactites and the stalagmites. And they said they changed the order, and it kind of makes sense because it's be anticlimactic, kind of like a speech. You know, you don't have the crescendo at the beginning, and then it's anticlimactic. So just interesting. They also, it was a weird feeling because they made everyone be silent because of the glowworms and the habitat. So it's kind of a real natural feeling or experience. So if you get here, I wish I could show you the glowworms, but going through the cave and they're right above you, it kind of looks like the stars. Pretty cool. Okay kids, here's your science lesson for today. Arachnocampa Luminosa. I can't even pronounce it right, but that's the real name of the indigenous glowworms. Indigenous, hold on, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Yeah, it's only from New Zealand. It's a 4-stage system. First, the eggs are born. The females lay about 120 eggs. That's a lot of eggs for a little tiny thing. And after about 20 days, they turn into young larvae. So stage 2, they then become larvae. And what happens is they're actually on the ceilings of the cave, and that's where they start to luminesce. And they drop down these little sticky strings, which is how they catch insects that fly around, and they bring them up and devour them. Yum. They're about 3 millimeters long at the beginning, and they grow for about 9 months to become about the size of matchsticks, in which time they then become pupa. So kind of like the caterpillar goes into the cocoon. They go into that stage for about 13 days, and they're suspended by the small thread. Again, that's how they eat. And then they hatch and they become adults. But the weird thing about these, they kind of look like mosquitoes, but their mouths are not fully developed, so they can't eat. So they only last for about 2 or 3 days. And the weird thing is that ladies, you know, guys, sometimes they go a little too quick for you, advancing sexually. Well, in this situation, the guys are born first, and as soon as the ladies are hatched, boom, they go at it. Well, you know, if you only had a few days too, you probably wouldn't waste much time either. But that's the circle of life. And then they only last again for a few days, in which case they fly around and they get stuck by other larvae with the string. So they're actually devoured by their kids or their grandkids. Oh my, it's just not right. That's a tiny little circle of life, or as we call it, recycling. I haven't seen a hobbit yet anywhere, but I'm still looking. Looking for the ring too. Lord of the Ring. Next stop, a Polynesian spa in the thermal pools overlooking the lake. Pretty cool. Very nice, but very stinky. You can smell the sulfur. Nice and relaxing, except for the 20 people over there yapping. This is cool. Stinky, but cool. Each pool has its own temperature, so you can move around if you get too hot, if you're too cold. Kind of like Big Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. Looking for the one that's just right. The view is amazing. Probably tough to see in the video camera, but the mountains in the background, the lake down there, and the spa right here. Note to self, just because I live in Las Vegas doesn't mean you won't burn elsewhere. Duh.
It's a mouthful, and it's the third longest name here in New Zealand of 34 letters. The actual longest is, 37. If you can repeat after me, please. Te, fa. Very good. WH we pronounce as an F. Ka, rewa, rewa, taunga, ote, ope, taua, awahio. Very good, not too bad. Perfect sound, great pronunciation. You're all halfway to becoming Maori, but we'll see how you go saying this all by yourself. So all together, ladies and gentlemen. But the translation of this name means a gathering place for the war parties of Wahio. And Wahio was the name of our paramount chief, and also the name of our tribe, who has been living in this valley here for many, many centuries, utilising the steam and the hot pools for cooking and bathing in. Obviously in the video you can't smell the sulfur, but it's kind of nasty.
These blast for about an hour and 20 minutes, and then they go dormant for 20 minutes. So the tour guide said there's no button we push to turn it on and off. It's all natural. He said it's geyser, not geyser. So they didn't actually let us videotape the actual kiwis. But they were just balls of feathers, so we couldn't really see them anyway. I always thought the kiwi was just a fruit. It's actually a bird that can't fly, is defenseless. Aww, but cute and endangered. So that's what a kiwi is supposed to look like.